God!
Full time. Manchester United win by 3-2. And my goodness me, glory, Man United!
All my ops can fuck off. That's what you can do. You can leave. How many people in the chat right now? All the ops? Yeah. Do one. Sling your hook. Go and visit Expressions or somebody like that, mate. Because I got my 3 points.
Goodness. Thank goodness, KG.
3 point
It wasn't pretty. It was dramatic, but look, we got it in the end. And do you know what? We did deserve it as well. As much as people will focus on penalty, scumbag, this, whatever. First of all, it is a penalty. Second of all, it's entirely deserved. We were the better team. We created more chances. Yeah, we weren't clinical. Yeah, we weren't clinical, but who cares? Look, we got the 3 points we needed. Going into the international break, that's exactly what we needed. KG, what are you smiling at?
Tottenham lost.
Oh, I'm out. I don't care. I'm not looking at other people or whatever. All we got to do is focus on ourselves. That's all we got.
But you know why this is brilliant?
We're still not in that position.
I know. It's not about that. It's literally about I have not been on Best of Enemies.
Oh, KG,
hear me out.
I don't care. I don't care about that.
I just want to tell you what I'm happy about. I just want to share my happiness. Can I share my happiness a little bit?
Yeah, but it's about yourself, though, isn't it? It's self-serving.
I know, but I'm selfish.
Should be about the team. We won. We got 3 points.
It's in totality. I'm talking about it from a whole thing. We just got 3 points, yeah, and Spurs lost. I'm just feeling happy about that.
I don't care. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad we've actually got. Look, Onana's laughing. Don't laugh, Onana. Okay, you're not playing again, right? This is about Man United.
I know. And I'm happy about it. Trust me when I tell you. You knew I needed that. I needed that 3 points because now I'm looking at the league table and we're not in relegation. Man United table.
And you mentioned the games that are coming up, right? You mentioned obviously, look, straight after the international break, we've got Man City. After that game, we've got Chelsea. We don't know how those ones are going to play out. We don't know. I mean, well, KG, that is one that could get clipped. You know what I mean? That is one that could get clipped, KG.
I don't care. We're 9, bro. We lost to Grimsby.
Look. We needed that. It's better start to the season than obviously the Van Gaal first season, right? We'll take it. Because we got really tough games coming up, and adversity, right? Bit of adversity as well. Yes. Overcoming that. There has to be, I think, a focus on after this game of take your chances, right? When we're playing Chelsea and City, we're not going to get that many chances. Take your chances, but hopefully it's a turning point for our season. Hopefully it's a turning point for Ruben Amorim as well. It has to be. It absolutely has to be.
And Grimsby fucking lost. You bitches. You little bitches. There you go with your little tentacle board trying to be funny. Look at life now. Grimsby lost to Bristol Rovers. Hold that.
KG.
I'm not above this.
KG, why are you beefing? Why are you beefing with Grimsby, man?
Because I am. I'm petty, bro.
KG.
They've got an enemy in me for life. They got an enemy for me for life. I told you, once you show me that clip, you think I was going to be like, congratulations, Grimsby. Thank you for taking the piss out of my club. They can go and fuck themselves. That's what they can do.
What do they say? What do they say? Never punch down. You know what I mean?
They beat us. I'm punching up. I'm not above this. If you don't, this is who I am. I'm not above this, guys. Now we can talk about let's talk about United. I'm ready to have a genuine conversation. Oh, and you know who I am. Why do you want me to change?
Because my first focus after we won isn't everyone else. It's more us
No,
celebrating
'cause
amongst
themselves.
ourselves. Celebrating amongst ourselves. Celebrating that Man United won the game. I'm not celebrating Grimsby lost Spurs. I don't care that they lost. I care we won. Because guess what? We haven't been doing it. We haven't been winning games. We need to get up the table. We need to get up the table and we need to win football matches. What did Ruben Amorim say in his pre-match message to the fans, right? Did he say, I tell you what, how we make it right by making sure Spurs and Grimsby lose today? No, he said we do it by winning matches. We win matches. That's what we need to do. Win matches.
I respect it. And someone else in the chat said it perfectly. Owen, KG's just not you. We just have a different response, you know, like, I know this is petty of me to say fuck Grimsby and be happy that Spurs lost. But now I've gathered my emotions, yeah? Because it's just, you know, it's an outward thing of I'm really happy about the win, really. This is and breathe. And I wanted those 3 points no matter how they came. Let's have it right. Yeah? And we got them.
Why did you want those? Why did you want those 3 points?
Because I was staring at relegation and I said, help us.
Exactly. You did exactly.
I looked at relegation and I thought, I can't manage this. I can't manage international.
You didn't want them because, like, oh, so I can laugh at Grimsby or Spurs. It was I want them for myself.
Oh no, it's about ourselves. Yeah, but you know, I get there in like the long way.
The scenic route.
It's the scenic route. Yeah, the scenic route is, we got 3 points. We're playing a tough game against Man City. Try and win that game because you could look good in the tough games.
Well, against the big teams, we've done all right under Amorim. We've played fairly well, right, against City, and be interesting to see how City do this weekend. Obviously, Chelsea are playing well at the moment, but we got to take it game by game. We got to take it game by game. Today's one of those ones that it shouldn't have got to that point. This game should have been done and dusted early on, and we found it's a similar position we found ourselves in a bit like when we played Fulham. You know, whereby you go, bloody hell, that game should have been over. We should have killed that one. But at least this time around, we have found it within ourselves to be able to come back, because look, we got knocked down a couple of times today, right? Obviously, they score, we go and score immediately. They then score again. And then you're going, is this going to be it? Is luck not in today because we've missed so many chances, but we still got there in the end. Bruno, it was needed for him. I can't really fault Ruben Amorim too much today as well. If we hadn't picked up the win, that is one where I would say, like, what more can he do there?
That's why I was a little worried.
But you've got to get results.
I was worried for him, honestly.
Yeah, because you've got to get results. It was like Ten Hag against West Ham that last game. Dallo misses an open goal. No one cares about that. It's about what's the result at the end. You need to win the game. You have to win the game.
Closer to the trap door. That's what it was going to be. Because I was like, draw here. Now we got to play Man City because it's not done. He's still, still like floating by.
You're a loss away from negativity once again because that's the nature of the beast. And the start still is.
But he's got some time now. But the thing is, Mbeumo scored. The positive is Mbeumo. That's a really good positive. Need to check what's going on with Mason Mount. Yeah. So I saw Kobe and Bruno double pivot. Scary.
And he did struggle when he came on, Kobe. He wasn't great today when he came on.
I saw Kobe, Bruno, but the main thing is points. Because that's everything.
I'd much rather have it this way around. I'd much rather have it this way around than what we've been experiencing recently. I mean, it shouldn't be a choice between those two where we have to go, so you can either not win and play all right or win and have discussions about things that didn't work. I'd much rather have this when we're going, look, we won, but we'll figure this out kind of thing. There are positives in that. There are negatives in that. Obviously, the negative is that we scored 3. We should have scored maybe double that. The positives, though, like you said, Mbeumo looks lively. Another positive, more minutes for Šeško as well. You would definitely say, right? I still, even though we conceded 2 goals, I look at our back 3 and say, again, I like the back 3.
Wasn't bad.
Still, midfield is still an issue, isn't it? You can feel it. You can feel it. Midfield is still an issue. Goalkeeping. Oh my God. Senna Le Mans, get that deal done before the window shuts. Because
I tell you now, though, I will say this, though. Buying there, still way better than Onan's.
Oh, still way better. Yeah, still
way better than Onan's. That's for sure. You're not going to convince me otherwise. You do what you want. Like Dubravka put in a performance today, really, you know. But in Bumo, finally, and that's the guy that I like. Really, that's the guy that I wanted more than anyone, more than Cunha, you know. But go and get me. I think we actually do need 2 players. We do need to go and get that. We do need to go and get a midfielder on loan. We need one. Get me a goalkeeper now. You know, but the thing that makes me really happy is Onana was nowhere near it, and never bring him back in. Never bring him back in at all. It was good. Do you know who was good as well? That gave us a bit of Mazraoui.
He came on and did all right, didn't he? Yeah, he'll be useful. Yeah,
love him. Euro's brilliant. Mazraoui, yeah. So, yeah. And Sesko got to they finally played to the striker. Did you see that?
Yeah, like the last, because they started doing the desperate putting balls in the box, and it's going, well, you kind of have to kind of, but so hopefully that will, once he starts actually starting games with the regular starting 11, hopefully that will come.
That's another guy that was good. Xerxes.
Yeah, Xerxes did well. Xerxes did well when he came on. So look, again, there certainly are positives, and the game should have been dead and buried after the first half. We should be going, look, these guys coming on, getting minutes. It should have never got to that point where I'm hiding behind my chair, you're hiding behind your shirt, you can't look because we've got a last-minute penalty. But that's where we are. That is where we are at the moment. And we said going into this game, it was must win, have to win, nothing but a win. That's what we need. That's what we need to win. So for those that be like, oh, you're pathetic celebrating this win, fuck that. Like, we lost to Grimsby on Wednesday. Screw that.
Look.
You know what I mean?
This is the thing.
We're celebrating a win because we've not been winning.
Well, this is the problem, because this is when I say, well, now you get into the talk of the negative, like of toxic. Right now, we've been shit. We're celebrating a win. That's all. Happy about that. Can we not celebrate this win? I needed the 3 points. Man United need the 3 points more than anything. That's the truth. We should have won the game 5-something. The XG told the truth. You know, if like, let's just start scoring goals, because we're like, that's a good thing. I don't give a shit what other people think. You know what I mean? Because we can get into this. It's only, we need points. You know, that's the truth of it. It was only Grimsby and they knocked us out. So I'm going to take it. I know people are going to feel a way about us being happy about winning the game. It is what it is. That's it. End of the day, this is a 3 points that was much needed. You could tell all the team needed it. All of them, every single one of them. I think international break would have been very difficult without that 3 points. You even saw Barada looked terrified. Barada's like, shit. Because if he lost that game, he has to start sounding out managers. He literally has to.
You've got a decision to make, haven't you? You've got to have, and they said that discussions are going to take place regardless in this international break. And like we said, you just know 2 weeks of being 2 weeks worth of what we've seen in the last 48 hours. Nobody wants that. That is because it's been brutal. The last 48 hours post Wednesday's match have been brutal. Now, are all of those talks going to go away based off today's win? Of course they're not. But at least everyone will know that unless Ruben does something dramatic, you never know. But nothing's going to happen in terms of his position between now and the next game. We've got 2 weeks of. He is going to be here regardless.
He's safe.
Wrap your brain around that, and then we got to win. You've got to start somewhere, right? That's something.
At the reaction of the players. The reaction of the players tells us its own story. Like, he's now safe because of today's result. Had we lost today, what was going to happen that was going to be really different is Omar Barada has to go and just check who wants this job. He has to, I think he still has to just have they can't afford to not have things in place. Like did you know when they're talking to other managers, just in case they have to pull the trigger, they're going to already have people lined up.
I don't even know if it would be like he has to check. I think it would just be more that conversation still surrounds it. That conversation now of like, oh, is he going to walk? Isn't he going to walk? That's not even a thing now. That's not even a thing, at least for the next 2 weeks. It's not even a thing. It removes that. Now, the whole thing about long term, is he going to turn it around? Is this going to happen? It'll still kind of be there, but it's still like, it's much, much more quiet. I'm sure the media will still write it. I'm sure the media will still do the whole, not sure about training methods, this, that, and the other. And there are still massive issues. I like also that now for the next 48 hours, the conversation moves to not Ruben or this, that, and the other. It moves to, right, who else are we going to get in before the window shuts? Like, can we get a goalkeeper? Can we get a midfielder? That's at least it's that. At least it's that of just focus now. It's, can you get something done before the deadline? We know that obviously Garnacho's gone. Højlund got a here we go today. I don't think now. Yeah, Højlund, here we go. Napoli. That one's done. Loan fee of €6 million. Mandatory obligation of €40 million. It's about 40 million total package ish. In addition to that, obviously the Anthony stuff fell apart last night, but he's still going to leave. So there's money there that's coming in. The Senna Lamont stuff. Yeah. Højlund's gone.
Wow.
So now you're looking at, okay, can deals happen? Can you get a keeper? I don't know about a midfielder, but I do look at with the keeper one, because today's another example of, if you've got a goalkeeper that is just with those crosses or shots on target, isn't just flapping at it. Even if you had we had him before, Dubravka in the net, right, today with how he was playing, we don't concede one of those goals. We probably concede the first one, but the second one's a mess, isn't it? No, and then just a bit more resolute. So, yeah, Alex says that Højlund obligation has conditions, by the way. The conditions are for the obligation, as far as I'm aware, is basically if Napoli qualify for the Champions League and he makes a certain number of appearances, then it's an obligation. Napoli, they're obviously
De Bruyne.
They've got De Bruyne, McTominay obviously scoring goals. They've got Conte as the head coach. They're getting in the Champions League. They're getting in the Champions League. And I think he's got to play a few games. That mandatory he wants to get
down.
Down.
The squad is down. Garnacho, Garnizzi.
Yeah.
Rashford's
gone. Yeah.
It's mad because I feel like Thingy being in the bomb squad's a bit crazy.
Højlund,
but he was kind of in there. They slapped him in there a little bit.
He was an honorary member, it felt like.
Yeah. Who else is there? Sancellini.
There was Sancho, which who knows? There was Malacia. There was a thing yesterday saying that he's probably going to go on loan to, was it Elche in Spain?
That's what
he's going to probably be alone.
Going to do.
Yeah.
Elche, man.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So Sancho and Malacia is the last ones left. And Anthony. 3 left.
And Anthony, yeah, 3 left.
I think we get rid of Anthony. He'll go somewhere. I saw him out with his agent, like eating and stuff, and he still posted, even when the deal broke down, like,
Yeah, he'll still go.
Yeah. So Malacia, I feel hopefully we can get Malacia. Anyhow, Sancellini is just left on his noggins. Just there, like, all right, guys. That would be ridiculous.
I don't think we can rule out the possibility of Jadon Sancho. Of all people, if there was ever a person just to sit out their year and not play football, it would be Jadon Sancho. It's not like he's going to go, I need to play for the World Cup. He didn't care. Why would he care?
You know what's crazy, yeah?
He wouldn't care.
No, but if the window closes and he's still here, they got to give him a squad number, bro.
Not necessarily.
They have no choice.
No, I don't know if it'd be reintegrated.
You have to. If the window closes and he's still here, he has to get a squad number.
Well, I think one thing it does say about the whole Kobe stuff is that, look, with Mateus Cunha doing a hamstring today, and suddenly you go, right, well, you're a 10 down. Kobe, he's likely to maybe get more game time now, because if you could obviously have Mount in there, but you can move Bruno further forward and Kobe could play in there. Like you said, we did even have the Bruno Kobe pivot today. Didn't look great. So I think that kind of squashes that idea of, not that Kobe was never going to leave in this window, even on loan. It was never the idea. The concern would be about football being played, and maybe that's changed in the space of 90 minutes or so.
Kobe has to fight. The window has to close, and then Kobe realizes I'm a Man United player. What Kobe's fretting about is England. Yeah, that's his biggest threat. He's fretting about England and the window's open. See, he has an exit. You know, he has an easier route. Play for somebody else. It's easier outside of Man United for sure. Yeah, and then life goes your way. At Man United, it's tumultuous, it's difficult, and you might not get a lot of chances. But when the chances finally arise, you have to take it with both hands.
Yeah.
So he has to
which he didn't really do today.
But then again, I still believe that his head has not been in it, really. He has been thinking about, if you got a player that's begging to leave the club to go and play. Are you with me? So you're not in your mentally, I don't think he's in that Man United headspace. But he has to get in. He has to, because there's going to be moments. We have AFCON as well coming. Mbumo's going to AFCON. So a lot of players are leaving Man United, and we need to have cover. So in that alone, there's going to be games for Kobe. The window will close. I just need a window to close so he stays. And then he just says, right now, this is the only route for me. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. And I do think he's a good Man United. We have to do better at just trying to protect the youngers and making it a safe space for the youngers. So that's going to be Sesko's going to be involved in that. Ahmad's going to be involved in that. Xerxes going to be involved in that. Yes, for the people that are watching and say, you didn't protect Xerxes before. I apologize. I should have done better. But just those players, we need to let them get into it. Now, the older players that should know better, the Brunos, the Lows, the other side of 25, I would say, they got to sink and, like, you got to swim, basically.
Yeah.
Don't use them players, because it's going to be difficult. And then people say this is why Man United come and careers are killed. We can still stand behind Sesko. Sesko didn't have the greatest of game, but then he started getting some headers and stuff, and it was like, oh, you know what? Yeah. You know, so there's some positives. There's the positives of things.
Let me get to these super chats, then KG can depart us. Troy says, I've gone to the dark side. It didn't work out well, Troy, did it? James says, this is over. Ruben is finished, clearly prior to the goal. Upside In says, begging for a pen against Burnley. How the mighty have fallen. I can't believe how trash you lot are. Appreciate the £5.
Been on it! Upside!
Ahmed says, Amram's Red Army. James says, whatever Flex is paying you ain't enough. What to be here?
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I think that's a compliment.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Max says that shirt Tug saved Ahmad's performance. How the hell did Dallo have a better game than him? Finally, we get 3 points. Dallo's an odd one, man, isn't he? Because he was kind of good, but kind of shit as well.
No. Game. He is what Dallo truly is, a criminal. He's just a brilliant criminal. He's gonna literally, he's what Amram's talking about. I love him and I hate him in the same breath.
Yeah.
Love and hate him in this.
Seben says, for those Frank Van boys, Spurs lost. I know I'm out the last one standing. Kishan says, all the fans saying shameless or not pretty. Has everyone forgotten the first half where we should have been 3 or 4 up? Game shows why Mount plays over Kobe. Don F says, biryani's for everyone. Lanny says, celebrating beating Burnley like it's Liverpool. It's always the ops are upset when you win, isn't it? Ahmed says, up there, Finn Reds, glory, mate. Amarin's Red Army, this team is bad for my health. That's very true. Gray says 9th place, the good times are here. Suben says Mazrari, wonderful cameo, intelligent player. Chiku says low menu is a blessing in disguise. Don F says we are 3 points away from the top of the league, lads. We've started. Ivor says, don't care, 3 points in the bag. Dallo went to sleep twice and we almost went behind because of it. We need better off the ball players like today. Al J Brown says, KG, you Timu Rick Ross, I see we've been withdrawn from cooking like your hairline, and no, I would have cooked you but got shook and shadow banned me.
I never shadow banned.
KG's not afraid of.
I just don't give a shit, really. No. I say what you want.
Kuba says, let's be honest, Dallo was cooking on the left. Ramazan says 7 points in the next 3 matches will help us feel better after Wednesday. Hopefully a derby win in that. Well, do you know what? I'm not like, in a couple of years ago, I'd have been like, City in the derby, no chance. But I mean, why not with last season? Alberto Carrasquilla, centre midfielder from Panama Pumas.
It is what it is. I don't know anyone.
Yeah. He says, Owen, check our stats and Spurs stats, please. KG. I'll get that actually up when we'll do the full-time view. And Nesta says, a win means a jersey giveaway. Well, look, Nesta, I think you're the one that still hasn't got yours, which is a piss take. So just keep bombarding.
We don't have that anymore.
No, we don't have that anymore. We don't have that, but I think that's the one of the guys that did win, but didn't get it. So,
yeah, sorry, mate.
All Elite says 3 points off the top. What crisis? Yeah, well, exactly. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. We got over 2K likes. Be sure to subscribe. I'm going to talk to members very, very shortly. KG, when are you going to be live on your channel?
I've got to go to a baby shower, so I'll do something late tonight. United fans, I'm really happy.
Yeah, we got there in the end. We got there in the end.
Honestly, Owen, we got to win.
We got to win. We got to win in the end. First of the season.
I found a toy that looks just like me. Didn't it?
What is the toy actually of?
It's Boastful Loki. It's me. I had to buy it.
Well, that's very true as well.
That is really look.
Boastful Loki's, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Someone said the toy has eyebrows.
Okay, that was harsh.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right, big up KG. KG, that comedian then. I mean, just honestly. Right, so let's get to some members' calls. If you are a member of the UV Members Club, you can call in and have your say. The link is on the United View YouTube.